This video is a replay of a trade I took today. Now, it probably goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. I am not a financial advisor, and trading entails risk. Just because I got these results today doesn't mean that I can get these every day, nor that you can. Remember, the entire premise of the investing project and the $1 million experiment is that I am not an expert, and yet I am learning how to do this. So for heaven's sake, don't just blindly copy me. Instead, find a mentor, someone who is an expert, and join their community. Pay for their mentorship. This approach has worked very well for me, and it likely will for you too. So use this video partly as education and partly as inspiration. After all, if I can learn this, you can too. All right, this is annoying. This is the second day in a row where I've been taken out, this time to a much more significant loss by a bloody news bar. And so I'm going to replay this and we'll see how this goes. I got into the NQ at and the MES both, so 29,597. So let me find that 25,9,597. So I got in right about here. And for the MES, it was right about 7602. Is that right? 7603 is where I got in. Oh, actually, with a 4 lot, not a 1 lot. Yes, 4 lot. Okay, so I got in at 7603. Up 1. There we go. So let's play this. This was at 6:58 a.m. that I got into this. So let's see. Okay, so we're in. And so this, I'm going to let this go here. This was off to a good start. And in fact, the NQ jumped right up after moving 50 points in the right direction. It moved to break even. Things were looking good. I briefly toyed with the idea of moving the stop here to even, but I'm trying to not do that because that's been backfiring on me. But then we ended up with a news bar that just came out. Oh, no, the NQ, actually, let me pause this for a second. The NQ retraced, and it retraced and took me out even, which is fine. But then I got in again about 10 minutes later at 7:10. So let's let this play a little bit because it was a legitimate point to get in, I think. So I basically had retraced a bit and then started to set up. And let me look for a spot to get into that. And what was I at when I got in? I got in at 29,629. So I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to find the spot where I was getting in. 629. Oh, I already passed it. Oh, brother, I'm already past it. Well, I got in at 629. So let me just, I'll put it here. But I was already in at 629.
Oh.
Okay. So I was in at 629 and I adjusted this to take 131 handles of risk. So this was down around, well, 20 points below the low. All right, and then the news bar hit. This is exciting and wonderful. I'm so pleased. Another news flash on the bloody war that's going on, Strait of Hormuz thing. And this comes completely out of left field. So let's just, yeah, boom, took me out and then took me out. And this all happened in an instant. And then, of course, recovered nicely. But I was already out to the tune of $570 of a loss. So that's not thrilling. And then I tried a couple more things to get in. I got in again on the MNQ, but 15 minutes later, and it went up and it stopped me out even again. And then I tried one more thing. I'm not going to bother showing it to you, but the point is I got in one other thing. I tried to short the MES, and I finally bailed on it manually after 10 points against and just said enough. So long story short, I ended up with a $728 loss for the day, mostly driven by the news bars and this, the whole market has just become a bit frenetic trying to respond to that. So not much to show for today, that's for sure.